I still haven't done much coding in real life, but last time that meant that I performed really good in this stupid little game. Look at this performance, that's amazing. Level 24 and 26 fully completed with both the optional challenges. That was insane. Let's do 3 sword. And today I'm gonna prove that I should have stopped last time after the 2 levels. Yeah, because this is gonna be crap. We rank all our employees from worst to best. Where do I rank? Yes, tell me. Oh, let's give it some thought while we complete this assignment. Okay, what's the assignment? For each 3 things in the inbox, send them to the outbox in order from smallest to largest. Ah, shit. Oh no. Okay, I like what you've done here. So we inbox the 3 things and place them here. I think already before I've done some code for which of the 2 things is larger. Here we've got 3 things. That's not good. What if I bubble sort it? So we've got them in these 3 positions, 0, 1, 2, smallest to largest. So this is small, this is big. I wanted to write large, but that's too many letters and it's impossible to write here. This is mid. I can't read it. Yeah, that's large, but let's say big. Okay, whatever. Okay, no, let's write the A properly because it would piss me off. There, not bad. Alright, so we've placed them there. And now, the bubble sort thingy, I haven't thought this through, okay? So it's possible that I'm talking bullshit. But we want to copy from the smallest. We want to compare it to the mid one. And if we have a larger item, then we swap them. I don't know how to terminate this. So that's gonna be fun. But let's say I've got a small and I subtract mid. Meaning I do small minus mid. Now, if this is negative, that means it's good. That's good. They are in order. But if it's not negative, then we need to swap them. How do we swap? I'd say we copy from small, copy to... Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Copy from small and copy to here, to 5, which is like a temporary thingy. Then we copy from middle, copy to small, and finally copy from this temporary and copy to shit. Come on, move the command and copy to mid. This is gonna be temporary, just like that. This is 6 freaking commands and I would have to do them every single time, which is kinda shit. Then we would do the same comparison for these 2, middle and big, swap them if needed, so another 6 commands, and then compare small and mid once more to possibly swap them again. I think that's too much. Let me see these size challenges, and we're actually gonna... This is gonna help us. This is the first time there are optional challenges, and one of them is use 34 commands or fewer. So we know it's impossible. It's possible in 34 commands, and we've only got 15. So actually, you know what? Let's do it like that. It's a stupid, silly, dumb way, but we're gonna do it. A better way would be a different way, which I've got in mind. But now that we are here, we're sure that this is smaller than this. Why? Because it either was that way already. So if negative, we jump to here, or we swap them around. What do we do now? Now we do the same for middle and big. So copy from middle, and we're basically doing these commands from 6 to 15. So copy from mid, then subtract big, then we've got if negative, and we're gonna copy from not small but mid, copy to, yeah, also temporary, why not? Then copy from big to mid, and then from temporary back to big. So again, we've only swapped these 2 numbers, and here we know that these 2 are in the right order, but it's possible then from the big number we kind of bubbled the minimum to the middle. So now we need to small and mid again to make sure it's all right. So that's essentially this part of the code, which I sadly am unable to copy. So copy from small, subtract from mid, jump if negative, and then from small to temporary, from middle to small, and then from temporary to middle. That's finished. the negative jump goes there, and at this point we are sure that they're in the right order, and we just need to output them. And I see I've already used 33 commands, which is a bit shit. So I'm gonna do a tiny little optimization, and we actually don't need to do this shit. Oh, I just realized I'm an idiot. I wanted to do it cleanly, but basically, if it's negative, we know they're all in the right order. So what we need to do is, not inbox, sorry, copy from small outbox, copy from middle outbox, copy from big outbox. Yeah, and 34 commands again. I'm an idiot, because we also need a jump to the start there. And if it wasn't negative, then the mid is the smallest number, and then the small. So if it's negative, we copy from middle outbox, copy from small outbox, and then we just copy from big. So that I'm gonna do with a jump. That's a pretty shitty code. But okay, let's see. These numbers are in reverse. So let's do 8 minus 5. That's a 3. So that's not negative, meaning we need to swap those two numbers. Then we do 8 minus 3. Again, not negative, so let's swap these two numbers. 5 minus 3 is not negative, so 3 is the smallest, then 5, then the 8. And I noticed something that was a bit shitty, but we can handle it later. So finish this and should be fine. Yeah, too many commands, sure. And it was really slow. Alright, I've got a bunch of optimization in mind. But firstly, I think the idea is to start again. I'm a little sad that I lost my descriptive labels, but if I copy this code, I'm gonna have to get rid of about 40 commands. So I'm gonna. Now, 3 numbers. How about we just find the smallest number? Wow, that's a groundbreaking idea, idiot. Well, I basically thought take one, subtract from the other two, and if you're not negative, or not positive or whatever, then you got it. Anyway, the last number is what we're holding in our hands. I will subtract it from the middle. If it's negative, that means the big number is smaller than the middle. If it's negative, right? So if it's negative, let's do big again and subtract from the small. If it's negative once more, we outbox the big number. Now, this works beautifully. But what I'm afraid of is all the branching I've been doing here. It branches a lot, right? Here, what if it wasn't negative? What if it wasn't negative? Then I outbox it, and I just need to compare these two numbers now. This is shit. Should I just optimize this crap? I need to get rid of 5 commands, but maybe it's the way to go, actually. Okay, I think that this part of the swapping the cubes and shit like that, it's correct, it works, and it's right, I think. So we've got 24 commands, and we need to compare small and mid, and that's happening here. Now, we've got 26 commands at that point, and we know which data cube is which, which is the smallest, which is the largest. We just need to output them, and we've got 8 commands to do it. But I'm an idiot, so I'm using, 13 or something, right? So ideally, I want to unify this and just swap the 2 data cubes, but that's another 6 commands, and then I need to outbox using another 6 commands, right? So here, 26 line, the outboxing is basically always 6 lines of code, meaning we're at 32, and the goal is 34, yeah, meaning I have 2 lines of code to figure out which data cube to pick. That's actually really shit. So if the result is negative, we just go small, mid, big, yeah? But if it wasn't, we need to do mid, small, big, and we're already at 34 because of this jump. That's shitty. I think my original stupid idea was actually correct. Just find the minimum, and I gave up too early. So we input the 3 numbers, then take the smallest, or the one in the first position basically, and subtract from the middle. If it's negative, we know small is smaller than the middle one. Then we take the small again and subtract it from the big, or subtract the big from the small. If it's negative once more, we can take the small and outbox it. Now what if the middle was smaller than the big? Shit. I'm lost myself. Here we do small and mid comparison. What if mid is smaller? Then I'd say copy from the middle and subtract it there with big. If this was negative, then the middle is the minimum. And if it was negative, then we need to compare small and big, which is actually what we're doing right here. Copy from small, subtract big. And if the big is the smallest, then you copy from big and outbox that. Now, I've got like 5 holes in this idea, like missing about 7 corner cases. So should I just run it and see what happens? Now, small and mid, compare these two. It's not negative, meaning the middle is lower of the two. So you take the middle and subtract it from the last one. Again, it's not negative, meaning you need to subtract small and big. You've done so, and you see that the big is the smallest of these numbers. So you outbox that. But then, once you've outboxed the big, you need to compare small and mid. It's possible that the mid is already gone, right? This is shit. I don't know, okay? I think that this approach is really stupid, and I've got enough commands, to fix it. I'm not sure how, and I'm feeling like this approach is the right one, but I'm just messing up. I'm missing something very clear right here by 5 commands. It's not that many. Yeah, I really don't know. I've been at this for quite a while now, and it's just not working today. So to be fair, I'm glad I skipped this level last time. It's completed, but it's utterly shit. Any advice? I could really use it. Come on.